Welcome to our new series, The 200 Movie Challenge. Our goal this year is to watch 200 movies that we haven't seen yet. If you want to listen to the full podcast where this clip is from, the link will be in the description. Now enjoy today's movie. But Soto, I know you only saw one movie, so I'm going to go into my second movie. And this is a movie
Absolutely.
I teased a couple weeks ago. And I did
Oh
because
yeah. Yep.
we love I love it at the beginning of the month or end of a month when, I get that notification of like, hey, what's new, what's coming out. They say this is what's
hmm
coming out on Tubi, Netflix, blah, blah, blah. So I saw this movie and I think it got officially released July 11th, 12th. I'm not 100% sure. I could be wrong. But it's like the newest
Wow.
movie I've seen. And it's a movie
Mhm.
titled Get Off My Lawn. Now you knowing
Oh my
that, Soto,
god.
you know why I kind of had to watch this.
Of
Again,
course.
another horror type movie. Um,
Mhm.
Soto, this is a Tubi original, so this might be the first Tubi original movie I've ever seen.
Oh
Definitely the
no.
first one I've
Tubi
done
makes
on this list or this year because I know we
Tubi makes
talked.
its own movies.
Yes, if you go through Tubi now, they have a few. It says Tubi original, and I didn't realize there's a
How do they
couple
make
others.
money?
I don't. The ads.
Commercials? Is
The
that what
ads. It's got to be. It's
the
got.
ads?
It's got to be.
Oh my
Um.
god. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I
anyhow,
love Tubi.
Tubi's great. We've seen a lot of crap
It's
on Tubi,
fantastic.
but the other people made this crap. Now Tubi's making their own crap, and they're promoting their own crap. So, all right. So we got a little
Great.
bit to get through for this one. Yeah. So get off my lawn. First, let me set
Yeah.
the scene of how it starts. This is before
Sure.
the opening credits. It's from like the
Yep.
audience point of view, so you don't see who this realtor is talking to. And she's over the top, campy, older, goofy, just very fucking annoying. And she's like, "Oh yeah, this house, you guys will love it. The grandfather recently passed away. They're trying to sell it." So she's giving you kind of the backstory a little bit. And then as you go into this house, you're going up the stairs, and she's like, "What are you doing?" And you see these pair of hands strangle her. And then it goes to opening credits. You're like, "Okay, what the fuck?" You're like, "All right, I'm
Okay.
glad she's dead because she was fucking annoying to me." But what's going on? So that was kind of the quick setup. Then the opening credits, and what happens is you find out this very young couple have bought this house, and they basically kind of lowballed the offer. They put all their money that they had into it. They wrote a note. They said, "Listen, we want a home. We want this nice area. We want to grow our own family." And you find out like they were chosen, and they're like, "We don't know why." They bought it as is. So yeah, they move. So
Mhm.
they're getting ready to move in. First day, they have the trucks there. Obviously, all the grandfather stuff is kind of set up. Now, this teenager with his girlfriend and his buddy come up, and it's his grandfather's house. He grew up in this house, and the guy that moved in kind of summed it best. This guy is like if a Gen Zer was Leave It to Beaver. Now,
Mhm. Oh
basically
wow.
he's way too over nice. He's like, "Oh yeah, this is just a great house," and he's over explaining, but he does it in such a way, Soto, that it's just it's creepy. It's just like no one's that nice. No one's way too nice. He's trying to help them out. He feels sad because he grew up in there, and he lets them know like, well, yeah, your letter's what is the reason why I chose for you to buy this house. I told my mom that you guys needed to have this house, and so they actually feel bad for the kid a little bit, and allow him to kind of hang around a little bit more. Um,
hmm
but yeah, so the grandfather has like some pictures and like the rules of the house, and stuff like that. And as they're kind of remodeling, he's upset because these rules have been taken down. The Rock with his handprints have been, and he starts pranking them like these. What starts off as mindless pranks, but they get dangerous each time. Um, Soto, I know you just mentioned in your review that you wanted this movie to end. This movie was so shit. This movie, this isn't a horror movie. It's I mean, it get like I said, these pranks
Sounds
get
like
worse
it.
and worse. You would think like the premise was there, but the how the because like they're doing these campy pranks at first, and like his girlfriend's kind of filming them, and they're putting it on like all these millennials don't know what they're doing, blah blah blah, making fun of them, and you're trying to figure out where to go, and it really doesn't go anywhere.
Really?
You think he has an abusive father. Turns out the father's like, you know why we had to sell that house quickly. Blah blah blah. You know, the kid's like, yeah, grandfather's, you know, kind of trying to scare them. He's like, yeah, my grandfather's buried there in your garden, and they're freaking out, but it's a skeleton. So I'm like, well, why did they have to sell this off quickly? So obviously, so many fucking questions. There's no outside of the opening kill and basically the final kill. There's nothing scary, nothing going on. It's so fucking annoying because now this couple's like, they're trying to call the cops, but they have no proof that this kid is terrorizing them or doing anything, you know, bad. And also because the sale hasn't gone through, they don't want to go to his parents because they're like, what if they pulled the sale at the last minute? Because nothing officially has been signed for it. But so this is a Tubi original. It is a very bad Tubi movie. I was hoping for, but I was hoping for maybe, you know, like Old Man Get Off My Yard, or just kind of a little bit more horror. I mean, they make it seem
what did the
like
lawn have to do with it?
nothing until it's the final line in the movie. I'm telling you that right now. It's just the guys.
Kidding me.
I'm dead fucking serious. I think they did it just because it's a funny title.
Sure.
But yeah,
Wow.
so I mean, there's that. And this he keeps getting, like I said, creepier and creepier, but it never until the end gets past that mark. And let me tell you, Soto. so obviously he's gone beyond the point. Even his friends are like, "You're fucking insane." And so he breaks in, he gets into their house. And I know you're not going to see this. And spoiler to anyone that's actually fucking listening, just turn it off. But so now it's like the final, kind of like, for lack of better terms, the final battle. He's trying to kill them. Yeah. And the couple's tied up, but they kind of free. Battle. And the wife has like a screwdriver and she stabs the young kid in the eyeball. And they go out to the yard. God. They go out to the lawn. The cops are about to come. He's not dead, Soto, just like in any horror film. And he's pulling out the screwdriver in his eye.
Gross.
And you would think that would be gross. I mean, first I cringe because obviously but in what can only be said as the worst CGI I've seen, the screwdriver still had the eyeball with like all the tentacles. And I don't even know. Like you would have thought if they were going to... I don't even, for lack of better word, that's what it looked like. It looked like an octopus.
Those are nerves, Chad. I think those are called nerves.
No. I will find this picture and I will send it to you. And I'm like, see, it looks like fucking tentacles. But yes, and he just takes it out and then just throws it on the ground and then just starts going to the lawn to do, you know, just scare them. And that's when like the guy stabs him with like the post of the for sale sign. It's like, get off my lawn. And that's it. So this is so bad. This is so bad. I can tell you this. I'm not saying this is not the worst movie. And I'm looking at this right now.
Sounds bad.
Oh, it is. Soto, I can guarantee you this is going under Pro Wrestlers versus Zombies. I'm debating whether it's above or beyond Under the Bed. That is where I'm at right now. And the funny thing is, if you remember my Under the Bed review, I said,
yes,
as much as the story, the acting, and everything sucked, the kills were practical and they were well done. It was the only good thing about it. But everything else about it was just like, oh, and there wasn't much kills. So in Under the Bed, it was like one scene, which fucking amazed me. I'm like, oh, damn, you know, she's getting real. And then shit stopped getting real. So I think after 15 minutes of this movie, I wanted to turn it off. I'm like, no, I made a promise to see what this fucking get off. And yes, because it's under 90 minutes. You had a 2.5 hour film. I had a 90 minutes, and same thing. It's like, if a 90-minute film you're watching and you're waiting for this to end, that should tell you something. So I think I talked myself into it. This is going under the bed and above Slaw. That's where it's at right now. I am going to do this at this moment. I don't have
I'm not watching this movie.
No. I don't want you to. But now, like any other Tubi original, I don't think I can do. So yeah, this is going to be my number 57. Holy shit! This is so bad. And again, I didn't expect much. I never do sometimes with these. And again, knowing it's a Tubi original, I was like, okay, you know, like how, you know, it's not going to be great. But if they made it more horrifying, like they could have made this teenager just a little bit more threatening.
Yeah.
It's just like I said. I know what they were trying to do, and they failed miserably. And the acting was horrible. That was the other thing. Like all these actors were just, I don't know. So Tubi, save your money, please save your money, and make. I believe in you. I know you can make a halfway decent film. That's it.
But do they want to? You know,
I don't know. I don't know if I want them to.
they're known for their shit because like these bad movies. Oh, and I just lost you. Can
Oh,
you
what
still
happened?
hear me?
I can hear you.
Technical difficulties ever?
It's okay.
Okay.
I can still hear you.
These Tubi movies, there's fans for them that are waiting for them to be this bad.
Mm,
So maybe that's the audience they're going for.
maybe,
I don't
but
know.
I understand cheesy B movies. We again grew up in a time, way back at VHS, way back in like HBO, Showtime, stuff like that, where there was bad B movies that were meant to be bad and enjoyable. I know we
Of
can
course.
probably have a podcast of just like horror movies that never were in theaters, but we enjoyed. In this day and age, Soto, yes, don't get me wrong, I don't mind a good cheesy bad movie, if that makes sense. That sounds weird saying that out loud, but no, there is not one redeeming quality in Get Off My Lawn. Outside, I think they're like, we're gonna get people with this title, they're gonna watch this movie, and we're gonna like suckered you in, ha ha ha. And I'm like, oh my Soto, this is just.
You did.
I mean, technically, this had a beginning, middle, and end,
They were
and I felt
successful.
I followed the story. I understood what was going on. It just wasn't good.
Mhm.
None of it was good.
Right.
And again, I know the opening scene was a cheat. Oh yeah, and it turned out the teen killed that realtor in the beginning. Why, I don't know. And it's been he hid her in like his closet in his room. And the dad came in. It's like, what's that smell? And he's like, unlock this fucking door right now. And he unlocks it and pushes his dad in and locks him in with like the body. And that's the last you see of the dad. You don't even know what happens with that story. That's it. And I'm like,
Wow.
wait, what?
Cool.
And I'm like, finish this. So yeah, no, this was not even the couple that bought it. Like I said, I mean, it's just the acting. Nothing was good. I cannot think of at least one redeeming quality. At least Under the Bed, like I said, had a cool kill. This had,
Mhm.
I can't, no, 57. And I feel confident. Maybe a bump up when I think about it. No, I can't. I don't think this is going any higher. This might stay in the bottom two for the remainder of this year. So, oh my God. But yeah,
Wow.
it was
But it
horrible.
wasn't worse than Slaw.
No, no. I mean, this at least
No,
had
just
this
resounding
had
no.
at least some kind of production. I mean, they're both bad.
Yeah, Slaw.
Slaw could have been. I don't know. I don't know. It's not worse than
Slaw
Slaw.
had Kevin Nash.
Yeah, and that still was bad. Kevin Nash is
Sorry.
a bad wrestler, bad actor.
I know, right? I love his vibe, but he doesn't. He's as a wrestler. What the hell did he bring to the table?
No, I mean the only thing he ever did, and is the fact when he jump shipped that he got basically the wrestling world guarantee contracts. So he's a smart business guy. Good for him. A lot of these guys deserve, at least that. But I'm in the ring. I could not tell you one good Kevin Nash match, which I'm like, dude, we should watch that again. But yes, anyhow, Get Off My Lawn, I might say is slightly better than Slaw. Why? I don't know. It's just, I mean, I can't explain it, but they're both just really bad. I maybe Get Off My Lawn just a little bit better, but I don't know. That's not saying much. I'm just going to keep them on the bottom of my list. I don't ever want to think about these movies again unless I somehow watch something that goes down there. I will never suggest this. You came up to me with these movies in Blockbuster. I'm like, put them away. Put them. I don't care how drunk you are. Put them back. Watch something else.
$3.99 PRP right there.
No, yeah, $1.99 PRP. You know what? You steal this movie, I will turn my back You can just walk out with it. Oh no, inventory man! I don't know what happened to get all my line and
Ooh,
slaw. Oh
shrink.
no!
Oh, we're down a couple copies. Oh
I
no.
no. Let's go not look for them in the anyhow.
Nah.